Relax.
Sunrise. Do you ever need a little inspiration to keep you going in those dark times? What do you turn to? Well, my next guest has just the answer. I'm joined this morning by Mary White, author, motivational speaker, Toastmaster, and journalist. Welcome to CVM at Sunrise.
Thank you for having me.
I'm happy to have you. You have written a book. Is this your first book?
Yes, it is.
It's raw, it's real, it's relatable. Glass Houses. What inspired Glass Houses? How did you come to write this book?
Glass Houses was inspired by my personal struggles. Didn't mean to write a book. I was having struggles finding God's presence. And they say when you compare yourself to others, you either feel superior or inferior. That happened to me, and I was really crushed, where I would hear people tell me these amazing stories about how God actually spoke to them. They hear a voice, and God would say to them, do this, do that. And
You were searching for that.
I was searching for that because I was like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Why am I being passed over? Why God speaking to everybody else? And I've been like a servant of the Most High all my life. I was born, even before I was born, I was in the church.
I see.
Yes? So if God was going to be speaking to anybody, I'm figuring that I should be at the front of the line.
And
but that didn't happen.
It wasn't the case.
So I got really depressed. And so I'm very interrogative, and so I started this Nancy Drew journey of trying to find how exactly were these people posing the words, what time of day they were praying, exactly what position they were in when they were talking to God for them to get that feedback from God.
So you were trying to find a sense of purpose. You were trying to figure out who you are, what you were about.
Yes.
And you weren't hearing it.
Wasn't hearing it.
So you set out to do some research.
Research.
And this book is the result.
The result.
So persons, therefore, who are probably trying to find that same thing may very well benefit from this book.
Absolutely, because that's the exact thought. After seeing that I had like over 100 and odd stories that I talked to people and they shared their experiences with me, I was like, okay, I finally found the answer in the end. And I was like, what am I going to do with all these stories? Because I actually documented the things, you know, because I was not going to leave any stone unturned.
Yeah,
I needed to find out why God was speaking to them but not speaking to me, why they were claiming to hear God's voice and I wasn't.
What did you find out?
Glass Houses tells the story of how perspective is a heaven of a thing. Yes.
Say it again. That's so interesting. Not the other word, but perspective is a heaven of a thing.
Yes.
That it is, it's critical to hearing this voice, to finding this purpose.
Yes.
That it was perspective that you realized you were lacking?
I was lacking perspective.
Interesting.
Because what happened is that sometimes when we hear people's stories, we don't